Give me a second here. How's everybody doing? Let's see if I can tilt that up a little. I hate the way it gets
Wayfair vous propose de super
my
à la maison tous les jours. Si superbe que vous vous demanderez qu'est-ce que j'ai fait pour mériter ça. De bonnes
maybe that's
affaires.
better.
Voilà.
That's better. That's better. All right.
Les offres de Wayfair.
How's everybody doing? Hang on a second. Let's do some smudging while we wait for folks to come in. And somebody wants a visit. Well, hello, baby girl. Now, are you going to be nice today? Oh, wait a second. Let's... What's that? Where's your Mona Lisa smile? Gracie, be kind. People love you so... People love you... There. People love you so much. They just all they want is for you to look their way now and again. Right? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my... Mommy made our bed this morning, and you pulled it all apart to make a nest again. You gotta stop doing that to the bed. Mommy makes it. And then you mess it all up, and then I gotta make it when we go to bed. Oh, I love you, Gracie. So I love you. Oh, did you give them a little sneak Mona Lisa smile? I love you. Where you go? Where you go? All right. Whoops. This doesn't always want to land where I want it to land. Okay. Let's smudge. Wait for folks to come in. Well, you know what? I'm pulling cards. I might be pulling cards today, so we'll see. All right. There we go. There we go. May your message come through clear and clean. And we please lift our... That threw me off. I have to turn that off. Please lift our hopes, our prayers, and our dreams on your smoke to the Creator. Oh. All righty. So... Okay. So, how's it going? I took the day off today. Well, I didn't take the day off. I didn't really take the day off. Excuse me. I got to turn my phone to do not disturb, or else... we'll be getting ding-danged and boomed all the time every time we turn around. So, what was I going to say? All right. So, yesterday, I'm trying to organize my thoughts. I did take a full lorazepam last night, because we're going to talk about my sleep in a minute. I took a full lorazepam last night. So if I'm pausing and searching for words, the less I use lorazepam, the more I notice that when I do use it, it amplifies my fibro brain fog. It amplifies my brain fog, period, full stop. Not to mention my medication fog, right? So I'm going to pop the chat out here. And I'll give everybody a chance to come in. Give everybody a chance to come in before we, Okay, Joe. So, what was I just, oh, right. So yesterday I made our last cottage roll, and I used my crock pot. And I put in, I didn't do a video, folks. I'm really sorry. I didn't put in, hey, I'm going to say hi to everybody in a minute. I'm just giving everybody a chance to get in. I made a cottage roll, and I had bought this really big cabbage, and the outside leaves were starting to wilt a little bit. So I put the cottage roll in, and I covered it with cold water, and I peeled some potatoes, and I peeled some carrots. Just bought them Friday. They're starting to go bad. The carrots, they're going moldy in the bag. So I put in 3 large carrots, like I cut them up into 3, and 3 potatoes. I cut them in half, and I just cut a quarter out of the cabbage, just a quarter of it, and an onion or two. And so once Howie had taken the cottage roll out the night before and put it in the fridge, so it was thawed. So once that was boiling, like about an hour before supper, I turned it down to low and I threw all my veg in. So I'm telling you, it was delicious. It was bloody delicious. Howie had leftover cottage roll diced with mustard in his sandwiches today. And it's still partially frozen. Oh dear. The topping. Oh, okay. So anyway, we had a lovely dinner. Howie had leftovers for supper or for lunch today. And then today or last night before I went to bed, I got to buy yellow split peas because that was my last cup of yellow split peas. So I took it when I had taken everything out of the broth, and then I just put in yellow split peas, 3 diced onions, a cup of yellow split peas, and 2 cups of dehydrated potatoes. And that slow cooked all night, and it's pea soup. Oh, and there was leftover meat that I shredded up and put in it too. So it's got carrot broth, cabbage broth, potato broth, onion broth, ham broth or cottage roll broth. And then it has more potatoes and onions and split peas. It's going to be so good. So that's what we're having tonight. So I when I say I took the day off, okay, last night I got my soup going, and then I shredded the rest of the cabbage, the 3/4 of, because it was a big head, and I shredded it. I won't do green split peas because that's what my mother made pea soup with when I was a kid. And I wanted to vomit just looking at it as a kid. I had a really sensitive stomach when I was a kid, really sensitive stomach. And I was really resistant to change in our diet and stuff. So thank you, Donna, for my box of not multi-biscuit tea, Yorkshire Gold, my box of Yorkshire Gold tea. I go through, there's 160 tea bags in a box, and I go through a box every 6 weeks. So I do like 4 of these tea bags a day, and I just drop them in my cup. Like this is my 2nd cup, and I'll go through 2 more. So yeah, so pea soup's on the thing. The dehydrating cabbage is almost done. I did the dishes. I mean, I did stuff. I just didn't make a video today, and I'm really sorry. That's why you're getting a live. Okay, we're at 80 people. So we usually hit around 100. So when we hit 100, I will tell everybody to say hello. Love split green pea soup. Always. Now, see, I had to be forced to try habitant pea soup, the yellow split pea soup. And so Yeah, snowy. We got a lot of snow yesterday. I'm telling you. So I'm going to go behind my fan for a second, and then we're going to have a chat about these. We're going to have a chat about them. I might be giving them away because they do not work on Insomnia. They just don't. They just don't work on Insomnia. So what is a cottage roll? Hey, Steel Rails. A cottage roll is, it's like a cheap cut of pork that is put in a net, like an elastic net, and then it's brined and pickled and injected with, but it's not smoked, and it's sweet. It's a sweet salt. It's salty, but it's called a sweet pork pickle, is what it is. It's pickled pork. So, but it tastes very similar to ham, very similar to ham. So that's, whenever I make a cottage roll, I save the water and I make pea soup. So that's what's for supper, is pea soup. Yeah, I'm going to go behind the fan for a minute. We're almost at our mark here. Could I make pasties? You mean like Cornish pasties? I haven't made one in a long time. Hi, Fireside. Where you been? Mom, not mommy. Ugh, phones. Okay, hang on a second. I know y'all know what I'm doing, but we're just gonna ignore it, right? All right, we are at 90 people. So now everybody say hi so that I can shout you out, and then we can start this live stream. I know we've been here for 12 minutes. Oh. Everybody say hello. I'm going to sip on my tea, go behind my fan again. And when folks stop saying hi. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. And when folks stop saying hi, hey, Bob, I will start and shout it out. Excuse me. All right. We are now on live chat. Let's pop out the participants list and say hello to Angela M., April Seaman, Autumn Fireside. It's been a few minutes, hasn't it? Bird Lover, Bob Brink, How's Big Sky, Billings, Montana, Celeste Auto here, Colleen. If you get called Tony now and again, there's an old story behind it. Diane Maison, Edie Murray, hi, darling. EJ, Joe Mama, darling. Hey, we be jamming. And Jazzy, and Kathy Ponder, Krista Gray, Linda Bop, Linda Betty Boo Bop, Marcy Geeter. Where is it? Jeter. Marcy Jeter, Matt Bop, hi, darling. Minnesota Farmer's Wife, Julie. Okie Homestead, Patricia Griffith, Phoebe Long, Rita Svet, Roxanne Tracy, hello, hello, hello. Charlene, Sherry Lee, Cheryl Brooks, Silver and Blackie, Steel Rails carry me home to the one I love, Susan Faye, the Hazlitt family, Tony Nicole, and Trudy Cash. Hey, everybody, how's it going? All right, that made my eyes water, that last cough. What's weird is apparently I suffer from dry eyes. And my eye doctor told me this a couple of years ago. Hey, Freaky Geek. A couple of years ago, my eye doctor said, you suffer from dry eye. You suffer from dry eyes. And I said, do I? She said, you didn't notice? I said, no. Right? And she said, well, because I only notice it if I cry. Because if I cry, it feels like I'm crying sand. It's the weirdest sensation in the world, right? But if I cough or something and my eyes get wet, I'm so used to my eyes being dry that I'm constantly drying them from the corners. Hey, Janice, hey, how are you? Catherine Shira, hello, hello, hello. Well, I keep kettles on the wood stove. Drives you nuts. Yeah. Well, I don't. We're neighbors. You're west of Butt. So you're in. All right. Steel Rails. You're in Montana. So anyway, let's talk about this. Okay. For starters, word of warning. A few words of warning. But for starters, don't purchase anything off of Facebook. When you purchase stuff on Facebook, it's a lot harder to get your money back, to get things organized, to get things fixed. Oh, I'm so glad, Charlie. Right. I have dry eyes and dry sinuses due to our wood stove, but it's worth it. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But just put a kettle on. Put a kettle on your wood stove and always keep it full. And it will humidify the air. So anyway, I ordered, everybody, I don't know how many people know this story. I ordered one packet of 28 patches. Now these patches have melatonin, 7 milligrams, magnesium malate or magnesium, hops, and valerian root. Now, I only ordered one package. Hi, Plain Jane. Why did I only order one? Because I've explained this to folks in the past, that people are always saying, oh, have you tried this? Have you tried this? Have you tried this? It's natural. The problem that some people don't understand is that I am either sensitive, contrary, or allergic to many, 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 many pharmaceuticals. And just because you give me the natural version of the pharmaceutical does not mean it's going to work. It means it's actually a purer form of the thing that either is contrary, doesn't work, or I'm allergic to. And a purer form will react harder, right? Hey, Candy. So anyway, I cannot, it's not that I can't take Valium. Valium is contrary on me. It does not affect my mood disorder drugs in any way, shape, or form. But it doesn't calm me down. It speeds me up. Valerian root is nature's Valium. Think about it this way. Oh, I don't want to get dinged. I don't want to get dinged. They say that. Now, I'm not a doctor. You do your own research. But valerian root is nature's Valium. They say it's nature's Valium. And when I have my colonoscopy, nobody could figure out why I stay awake for it. It's because they medicate you with a lot of Valium. So yeah, I get goofy, But I've been awake enough both times to I filmed my last colonoscopy. I filmed it while it was being done. Why? Because they pumped me full of Valium. Of course, I couldn't feel anything, and it was fine. I had a friend who got violent on Valium. See, and so Valium and Librium are two things I can't take. So I only ordered. I'm telling you all this because this is what it's a beware, and there's a couple of talking points I want to go through with these. Don't order them off Facebook. If you want to try them, look up Wellimoon and see if you can't get them on Amazon or something where if you want to try them, you have recourse if they send you too many or you don't want it all, right? Now, I ordered only one package, and there's 28 patches in a packet. And I paid $30 Canadian for this, or close to. But I only ordered one package because I know what the ingredients are, and I don't want to spend a lot of money on something that may not work for me because I am an insomniac. Okay? People wonder how I can spend 12 hours a day in bed. Because you know why? When that happens, it's because I don't sleep. I just doze. Okay? And I've been trying to get off my lorazepam. And although I'm down to 20, I've gone from 60 over the last 5 years, from 60 every 2 months, or every month, down to 20, which means less than a pill a day. And when I got them refilled last, I had some left over. But the problem is, I'm an insomniac. I want to get off the lorazepam, because between my medical marijuana and my fibromyalgia and the lorazepam, I've been having really accelerated cognitive issues. Do you understand what I mean? Means fibro fog, MJ fog, and lorazepam fog. Bev's walking around looking like she's got early onset dementia. Right? I failed my last cognitive test, folks. I have to repeat it in 2 months. Okay? So I'm trying to get off the one thing I have some control over, which is the lorazepam. And so it has been said that it can hasten, what we just talked about. So I've been trying melatonin and it's been helping. But I take usually a 10 milligram melatonin tablet. What's really wild is Howie and I were in Costco and they had extra strength melatonin tablets and they were expensive. And then the other ones were a little bit less in price, but there was more pills and they were 10 milligrams. And Howie goes, well, why wouldn't you buy the extra strength? I said, look at the milligrams on the pills on the extra strength. He said 5. I said, look at the ones on that one. He said 10. I went, mm-hmm. And he goes, gotcha. Right? Hey, Urban Homestead, how are you? Hey, Sybil. Up and lurking while working. Yeah, lurking, working. Get to working. So, see, I got distracted by the chat. So when I take them, one night I made the mistake of taking 2 melatonin tablets. Don't do that. Don't do that. I had the weirdest dreams. And because they were the weird dreams, I kept waking up. Well, what the hell? You know what I mean? Now, magnesium sulfate is Epsom salts. So if you were to have an Epsom salt bath and take a melatonin, it would probably do a lot better than one of these. But that's because I'm an insomniac, and you know, over-the-counter stuff does not work on me. Oh, honey, I've been going off lorazepam for like 5 years. It's a long, slow process. And my mood meds I may never be able to get off of them. More than 10 milligram keeps you awake. Right. So I ordered one package of these through Facebook. I ordered one package because there's 28 in here. That's a full month. And it says right on it, it says, you know, it may take you a couple of days of using this to get your system used to it so that you get a decent night's sleep. And so when I ordered one, I ordered it while I was in bed, right? And I had to go through like 10 pages of saying, no, I don't want to upgrade. No, I don't want to try this other product with it. No this, no that. No, 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 no. After all the no's, I paid for it. And they took the money out before I got out of bed the next morning. They took the money out. And when I went to my PayPal, I checked my PayPal, and they had billed me for one and then set me up on a reoccurring junket for 4 more. And billed me for the 4. So they billed me for 5 of these things, and they set me up on a reoccurring delivery. I went straight to my computer, and I got a hold of them. They said, "Sorry, we can't give you your money back. We can't give you your money back. They've already shipped." My ass, they have already shipped. It was, you know what I mean? They don't work. Nobody works that fast except maybe Amazon. Hey, Wendy, how's it going? Hi, Tony Nicole. But so no, they said, oh, and if you want to send them back, then you pay the postage, and then we'll give you your money back. No, you see, I learned from the Kirkland Robaxa set, you can't get it in the US, that I got in Costco. I opened the box. There's 2 bottles. I opened one bottle. The seal had been broken. Somebody had punched their thumb through it. So I phoned the company, and they sent me a label to send it back. And they said they would reimburse me for the cost. So I sent them the receipt, sent them a picture of the thing, and that I had mailed it out. Never saw a dime, right? Never saw a dime. So, yeah, I you know, that's how trusting I am when it comes to, oh, send us the product back and we'll give you your money back. Hell, I just got my money back for Bubba's pajamas that never arrived. I do PayPal because there's just some things that I don't have a credit card for, right? And I have a prepaid credit card, but it's hard to actually load money on it sometimes. So whenever something comes in through PayPal, I just load it onto my card. But so anyway, I'm going to try and think of some people these might actually help. Now, I am an insomniac. It does not mean these won't work for somebody else who just, you know, has maybe restless sleep or something like that. So I may be giving these away. We will see. So, yeah, I won't I won't buy from PayPal anymore. Hey, Desert Lady. Whereabouts in Arizona? We used to have a mobile home in Peoria, outside of Phoenix. And how's it going? I had to call my CC company to have wool delivery stop. Took 6 months. Yeah. Sourdough stretch and fold. Yay! Hi, Molly. How are you? So, so today's the day I just kind of went, you know what? I've got pea soup in the crock. I've got cabbage in the dehydrator. I am going to go sit down and sew, but it's not something I actually am going to do live today. I have some ironing to do. No more yellow fabric. No more yellow fabric. Oh, I'm so glad. Hey, Bumfluff. How are you, sweetheart? How's it going? So, yeah, I've got taken a couple of times on those things. Ordered one, get 6. Yeah. Yeah. So I woke up in time, had to go to the doctor, possible cancer on my face. They're calling back biopsy. You know, I saw sunshine please keep us. Okay, Charlie. Robin's Nest, please keep us posted. Drive carefully, Charlie, okay? Love you. Mwah. Hi, Jack. How's Happy Jack? How do you make pea soup? You use a ham bone. If I have a ham, I use a ham bone. But my pickled cottage roll is like a really juicy ham. And when I boil it with cabbage and potatoes and carrots, it boils off a lot of the brine. And so it's really salty. It's still salty, but not really, 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 really salty. But when you take the potatoes and the cabbage and the onions out and the cottage roll, you just put in onions and potatoes and split peas into the broth that's left behind. Howie loves it. Not going to answer the pea soup question. But if you have a ham bone, yeah, put it in the crock pot and let it slow cook overnight. Start with cold water always, if you're doing a bone. And yeah, you just let the ham bone cook overnight. You know, I'd give it a good 24 hours on low or in the crock pot. Then you take the bone out and leave any shreds of meat behind. Then you add, you know, depending on how thick you like it. My crock pot was half full. My big crock pot was half full. And I put in a cup of split peas, yellow peas, and a couple of onions and some dehydrated potatoes. And then it's been cooking and I just puree it. And, you know, leftover meat and stuff. You can use a smoked ham hock also, yeah. Laying here with the animals watching you, I'm so at peace. Oh, that's good. All good thoughts. All that baby oil in the 80s didn't help. I can't give you my opinion on it, honey. But I'm going to tell you that didn't do any damage, honestly. I'm going to say that my favorite source of energy is the sun. It powers our planet. It powers us. Okay? You know what? I've seen blue sky once in 2 weeks. I've been watching. I've been marking it. And I've seen blue sky once in 2 weeks, and that was yesterday. And by 2 o'clock, there were streaks in the sky already. There you go. Thank you, Seashell. Hi, darling. How are you? When did you get here? How do you make Cornish pasties? Well, I don't know. I have a video somewhere. But what you do is you make pastry and you roll it out in a circle like you would for a pie. But then you would fill it with, you know, like you would saute some meat and potatoes, like beef and potatoes and onion and carrot, a little bit of gravy. Everybody does them different. And then when it's cool, you spoon that like when it's not cool, but not hot, you spoon that into the center of your pasty, you fold it over and you prink the edge and you bake it. They used to be called Tin Miner's Pie, Tin Miner's Lunch. Because the pastry was strong enough that you could drop it down a mine shaft to another miner and it would hold. But it was, hearty and filling and went a long way. What's the new black icon with an arrow and a target timing down? That is something I'm trying. I know I don't encourage tipping, but people have been asking for cards. So what I've done is, in order not to be inundated with reading requests, I have set a goal for 5 super chats, because 5 readings is all I can do. And that's it. That's it. Well, we had sun here. Now, that's another thing. We had sunshine today. So I stepped out on the deck and let Gracie go pee and do her poo-poos and her zoomies. Because I can let her run if I'm out there, right? So I stood on the deck with my bare feet, and I feeling the sun, and I'm looking around, and there is not a shred of, I can see the sun, but I see no blue sky. So I'm just saying, right? It's, hi, Charles. On the phone with my mom, but haven't caught a live in a while and didn't want to miss your live. Okay, sweetheart. Yeah, but I've started telling people, pay attention. If you have a sunny day, look at the sky. Okay? See if the sky is blue. And then pay attention to how long it takes for it to not be blue anymore. You feel me? Well, that's in the Midwest too, but here I know it's winter, and that means that does a lot. But April, would you like a card? April, would you like a card? Thank you very much. Please pick. My mom died 10 minutes before New Year's Day. The police gone, and because of suspicious death. Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. Yeah, exactly, Joe. April. Well, these are oracle cards. Okay? They're not tarot cards. I don't do tarot cards. These are oracle cards. And I don't read them by the book. I read them by intuitive. And you already got a card. Your card, April, is the thinking man. Now, I'm looking at this card. Let me turn this on so I can see better. And this man is holding crystals in his hand. And it's like he's pondering them. Like he's looking at them in a way like he's never seen them before. So what I'm getting from you, April, is that something has opened up for you recently that's made you do a double take. I don't know if opening up is the right word, but something has come into your life recently. Oh, they're going to do an investigation. Oh, honey, I am so sorry. I got thrown off. Something in your life has given you pause and made you do a double take. And you're looking at it more closely. Now, this may be a relationship or a job opportunity, but something is gently prodding you, and you're just starting to notice. Pay attention to the details. Look deeper into whatever this is that's coming your way, because it deserves your full attention. There's something going on that deserves your full, undivided attention. I hope that makes sense. Marcy, hi. Okay, now I'm going to shuffle. Marcy, pick 1, 2, or 3. Pick 1, 2, or 3. Does that make sense, April? Good. I'm glad it makes sense, because I'm an intuitive reader. I don't go by what it says on the card. I do to a certain degree, but it's like it does a trigger. It's a trigger, right? Marcy, you got the universe has your back. Yes. Or is this the soul's journey? This is the soul's journey. Okay. And this is for Marcy Jeter. Whoa! Didn't quite fall. So I'm gonna say your name again. And I'm gonna give these another shuffle. Hey, up on Cripple Creek. Whoop. Okay, Marcy. Your card is the key to prayer is to forget what I need. The key to prayer is to forget what I need. So I don't know if you're a praying person, Marcy, but what I'm getting from this is that you've been trying to have conversations with with your creator. And it's like you're having a hard time figuring out how to do it. And the key to prayer is to forget what you think you need, but to just have a conversation. Okay? Your creator, you can say, okay, that light bulb right there right now represents my creator, and you can talk to it. Just because it's giving you something to focus on. But you've got a lot of stuff going on, Marcy. You got a lot of stuff going on, and I'm feeling that your emotions and your feelings and your thoughts are a bit chaotic. So you need to take some deep breaths and sit back and just let it flow. Stop trying to organize it. Let it flow, and it will make sense. I hope that makes sense. I really hope that makes sense. Hey, Dave from Yahoo Junction was out stacking firewood. Yeah, I hear you, Joe. I mean, I'm doing a lot better than I was. I'm finally over being sick, but I realize that it's time for me to start slowing down. I've been telling everybody this. It's time for, if you're a patron, Sybil, please ask me tomorrow. Okay? These are cards for people that aren't patrons. So if you're a patron and you want a card reading, ask me tomorrow on our live, because yours are free, right? My intuition is saying I need to do laundry if I want underwears tomorrow. I hear you. I got a mountain of laundry on the bed, the spare bed in my room. Okay, well, remind me tomorrow, sweetheart, and I will do a reading for you. Absolutely. Hey, Mountainside, how are you? So I forget where I was. So yeah, be really careful. If you see something that might interest you on like Facebook, right? But Facebook is so crooked these days that who would buy anything from them? I must have been medicated. I'm pretty sure it was because I was in bed eating popcorn. So, oh, I'm glad. Me too. Love the gay pride glasses. Glad to see you're an ally. I'm not an ally, honey. These aren't gay pride glasses. They're rainbow glasses. When did that get owned by a group? When did the rainbow get owned by a group? Okay? So here's what I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to give you, because I am past sugarcoating things. Not sugarcoating. I am past worrying about what people think of me. Okay? I have gay and lesbian and bisexual friends. I have gay friends that are married. And when marriage became gay marriage became legal in Canada, we all celebrated. Okay? Not everybody, but a lot of us did, because it gave them the rights of a married couple. Like, oh, I'm sick. My husband or my spouse has coverage through work, right? Just like I get covered through Howie's work. Okay? But when it comes to the, gay, lesbian, bi, it's all there. Okay? But the alphabet soup that follows that, I have never been able to understand. And so I do not ally myself with any of that. Hey, Ann Johnson. Well, thank you. Thank you. So, I mean, I'm just saying when it comes to rights for gay, lesbian, and bisexual people, absolutely. Absolutely. Right? But the rest of the, I call it the alphabet soup group, I have no patience for. All right, so can we let that subject go now? Yes, Janice. Let's put it this way, okay? Nothing belongs to anybody. We can enjoy it. The colors and the stars and the rainbows and the lights. But nobody owns it. No different, no more than that is a Christmas tree. It's only a Christmas tree during Christmas. And in a week or two, it's going to be all decorated for Valentine's. And then Easter and St. Paddy's Day, maybe Canada Day. Because I love my country. I'm proud of my country. I'm just embarrassed by our government. That's all. Oh, the timer ended. Okay, well, that's let me see. No, I don't need to start any more goals. Whoops. There we are. Oh, shoot. I have to pop out my chat. Hang on a second. What's one? I'm a gay man, and being with my husband 17 years, but I didn't understand the alphabet soup, and I'm part of the community. There you go. See what I mean? Right? Like, why did something good? And the thing is it's a target. It is completely, I can't talk about it here. That's all. That's all. Right? Well, I'm glad to hear it, Charles, because, I still have email contact and Christmas card contact with a guy I dated in high school. And guess what? He's been married to a man for over 20 years. Apparently, I was a beard for a lot of guys. So, yes, Sherry Leach, thank you. Yes, Jazzy, thank you. The Rainbow Bridge. Yeah, that's the saddest rainbow. But the truth is like I've been saying all along, is that once we get past grief, and getting past grief is not an easy task, the only way out of it is through. Okay, so avoiding grief is not going to do. You got to go through those 7 stages of separation. And once you've been, there's a reason why people used to go into deep mourning for a year. 5 years is pushing it. That's, Thank you, Toy Throwbacks. We filter through love and light. Yeah. But maybe Robin's Nest. Maybe. Now, if you guys, for the people who've been with me a long time, have seen and I hesitate to even say spiritual growth, have seen my growth, especially like it's been going on for 10 years, but the last 5 years have been just accelerated like a rocket. My mental, emotional, and spiritual growth. I just got to work on the physical now. Okay. Yeah, it can't be. It can't be. You're right. It can't be discussed here. So when I say we don't own anything, we don't even own these bodies. And someday, rather later than sooner, because I have a lot of things I still want to do, I'm going to ditch this body. Not deliberately, in the Creator's time. This body will be given back to the earth via ashes or whatever the case may be. Now, I'm not going to tell people not to grieve when I pass, because it's a natural thing and right. If you're a good person and you pass, it's right that somebody grieves you. But it's not a sport. And when the grieving passes, and you can think of me with smiles on your face and tender thoughts and memories, know that as you're thinking of them, I'm standing right there with you, going, yes, you see it. Okay, those happy memories and those wonderful soft memories and feelings are your connection to the person who has physically passed but is still here. Does that make sense? Yes, thank you, Sherry. Oh, I didn't get you through that Robin's Nest. You did, darling. But if we were here and helped you in any way, I'm grateful. I'm really grateful for that. Right. So, when I say we can't own anything, because A, you try and grab a rainbow. All right? There's a reason why it's made of love and light. Okay? It's for everybody. Okay? Some people call it luck. Some people, the Rainbow Bridge, all of this stuff. But we can't own anything because everything is temporary in one form or another. Even these glasses. I'll probably need new ones eventually. Oh, no. Well, you know what, though? When you say you would have lost it these past 4 years, or, that I've helped you get through something, I didn't do that. We did that because we opened up a community where we can be and feel and support each other. I'm just a face. I'm just, what do you call it? I'm just the hub. right? Well, I'm glad. I did have a wonderful birthday. I had the best birthday ever. And here's why. I had no expectations. I had no expectations for cake, dinner, nothing. And my birthday ended up being the best birthday I ever had. Everybody remembered without Howie didn't have to remind my sons, my siblings all. I got texts from cousins and phone calls from my siblings, and and the best present of all was that big beautiful bowl. And I honestly think that's a one-time. I think that's a hard to find piece of pottery, really. Oh, tomorrow's your dad's birthday. He's in good company. He's a Capricorn. Me and Elvis. When was your birthday? Oh, we have the same birthday, don't we, Skippy? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday, sweet Skippy Jones. Happy birthday to you. Mwah! And many more. I feel loved and accepted here. I'm often lonely. This community is my family. Well, there you go. You see, there's a lot of people don't realize what's going on in the multiverse right now. Everything is shifting. It's 2025. And there's going to be a lot of chaos, but there's going to be a lot of eyes in the center of the storms. And the eyes in the center of those storms are people who are the guiding lights to bring people in out of the chaos. Okay? They're just guiding lights. All right? And here we are a community of souls. Do you understand what I mean by that? We are a community. Yes, we're talking, we're typing, we're interacting. But I don't see you. I just see words. But your souls and my soul, they connect. So what's going on is as the three-dimensional world is sliding into the fifth dimension. And there are people who are never, ever going to make it to the fifth dimension. Right? Hey, Kat! I know this is all going to sound freaky, but there's people out here who understand what I'm saying. Okay? And the three-dimensional people are going to stay on this because our planet is not just one planet. It's an infinitesimal amount of planets. And in realities, okay, infinitesimal realities. The realities are infinite and they all coexist at the same time. So we spend our life in the 3D in like a linear life, right? But remember me talking about time being like a drop and the ripples, but it goes out like this. It goes on and on. It's a constant vibrating ripple, okay? People who are moving on to the fifth dimension are going to notice. Okay. Remind me in a minute, Sherry, okay? People we're not leaving each other, okay? We're just we're sliding into a different glass box. I can still see you. I can still see them. They're still there, people in my life. But there's people in my life that I can still see that are falling by the wayside. They're not You know, there's family and friends and stuff that are going to stay in the 3D. And it's not that they're going to die or they're going to go away or anything else. They're just not going to understand where I am and where the, you know, the people of the get much closer with our creator as well. You are a huge guiding light for me and for that. Oh, well, thank you, darling. So what I'm saying is, if you've noticed over the past 5 years, families losing cohesiveness, friendships losing cohesiveness, things that you thought you understood completely get blown out of the water and you understand something brand new about it. If that's you, if you've got family sliding out of your life, yeah, they're there. But if they're not in this section of your life, you're moving on to the 5th dimension. We can't take 3D people with us. They're always going to be here. Can send them Christmas cards and stuff. But your journey is yours. And they've decided to stop their journey at the 3D. Does that make sense? All right, Kat. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, sweet kitty cat. Happy birthday to you. Mwah. And many more. So, do you realize that talking about being gay doesn't get you a strike or demonetization like you always claim? Stop lying to everyone about the supposed strikes you get. It doesn't happen. I don't get any strikes because I don't discuss topics that gets me in trouble with the community guidelines. Why would you say I'm lying? It's the most obvious truth in the room. Okay? It's the most obvious truth in the room. I've had videos, hell, I had an unlisted live stream with my patrons on Wednesday. And we talked about some of the events that have been going on in the last 5 years that have completely changed the paradigm of our planet. And I got a strike. Not a strike, excuse me. They removed that video. And because it was unlisted. It was but I can't do a private video and give it to people because it doesn't let me go live private. So unlisted is the best I can do. Okay. Did I buy subscribers? How do you do that? Honey, yes, it does happen. I've had a strike on my Life with the Wolfies channel. Okay? I don't know what's going on. No, okay, no. Wait a minute. You're typing in all caps, and that is considered yelling. All right? And I've been on here 15 years. The fact that I have 154,000 subscribers on this channel should tell you that I don't buy dick on for this channel. I don't buy. How do you buy subscribers? I don't understand it. I don't understand what you mean. Okay? But the fact that I only have 154,000 subscribers after 15 years of working here should tell you that if I'd have figured out a way to plump my subscriber base, I'd have figured it out by now. And the only way I know how to plump your subscriber base is to be disingenuous, to become somebody you're not for the sake of likes and subscribers. And that's not who I am. You're not my creator or boss, nor my wife, so you don't get to tell me what to do. I thought open, honest discussions were welcome. We are having an open, honest discussion. You know what? No, it's okay, Linda. It's okay. I'm running away to shovel snow. It gets too much. Take care. See, here's the deal. Here's the deal. You can ask me anything you want. And take care, Freaky, all right? Don't overdo it. More people die of heart attacks from shoveling snow, okay? But our urban homestead, I am not sure whether you have taken over our urban homestead's channel and you're a fake or you're posing as somebody else, because this is not the urban homestead I remember. Okay. I'm not being negative. You're the one telling me that I'm wrong. You're the one calling me a liar. Right? So, well, you know what, honey? You can be negative all you want. And yes, you are being negative because you're now upsetting people in the chat. And if you continue, you want to have open discussion, that's fine. But when you ask a question and I answer it, have the grace to accept the answer, because you're not going to get a lie from me. Sorry, that's not how I work. This is all a part of who I am today. And like the West Virginia Dragon lady on Rumble, who loves to go into my Cooking with Cannabis channel, loves to go into my Let's Talk channel and try and tear me down and tell me that I got to get Jesus. I'm not saying that's not, because it works for a lot of people. But if my own family, if I have family who doesn't agree with my life, doesn't agree with my opinions, and has actually walked away from me because of my opinions, if I don't let that upset me, what makes you think I'm going to let West Virginia Dragon Lady upset me? What makes me think I'm going to let you upset me? So you can fling all the insults you want. Saved. Okay. Well, I'm happy for you. I'm happy you're saved. Okay? Because I'm the first person to say that I do not subscribe to organized, structured religion. But I have never, ever said that your religion is wrong. You'll never find me saying that. Why? Because if it works for you, then that's awesome. These religions exist for people who are in different stages of spiritual development. So some people go to church on a regular basis because that's where they get their community. That's where they go to feel safe. Okay? I'm also I'm not a dude. Well, whatever. Nobody asked. No, you know what? Probably Edie, and that's okay. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, you know what? Sometimes the guiding light at the end of your tunnel is just a freight train. That's a good one, Missy. Well, I'm not gonna, I've said all I need to say. Okay. You know, some people don't feel right unless they're getting an emotional reaction. Okay. And I'm not giving you an emotional reaction. It's done. You know, that's a figure of speech. Quit causing trouble. What? What figure of speech? Okay, whatever. I'm not a troll, and I'm a woman who looks way more feminine than this pretend homesteader. I don't care how I look to you. All that matters is how I look to my husband. And the people who know me and love me know that I am who I say I am. It's that simple. Why? Hey, Serenity! How are you, darling? Hi, Deborah. I used to believe, but I don't anymore. But some people can believe in what they want. Our journey. Hi, darling. I can. I just choose not to. Okay? Yeah, it's gone. Completely gone. I know that there are people out there who just come in to try and poke the bear. Well, it's hibernation season. Okay? And you know, I'm a pretty big bear. Think about it this way. I'm a really big bear. And these pokes, it's like dandelion seed falling on me. It's not a big deal. Why? Because I know who I am. I know where I belong. And I know my connection with the Creator and with my community. Anybody else comes in here looking to, I'm not the person I was. And maybe that's what this test was. This was a test. I'm not the person I was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, this would have had me frothing and yelling and getting upset. I don't do that anymore because it's not worth my energy. It's not worth my energy. My energy now has to go into getting physically healthy. And that's a journey it's like going off lorazepam. I have stayed roughly the same weight now for 5 years with a 5 to 10 pound fluctuation throughout winter and summer. And it's taken me many, many years to stabilize my weight because I gain it easy and I don't lose it easy, right? Well, thank you, Alicia J. How are you, darling? No reason to get upset. There is much more love for each other here. You are strong and beautiful, and we are strong and beautiful. Exactly. Exactly. And you'll see me get upset sometimes. But it won't be things that are directed at me. It's things that happen, you know, that are going on in my country or the lies that we've been fed on the news. It's just everything you hear, everything you see, look at it again and look underneath. Flip it over and read the other side of the page. You know what I mean? Because the world is one big lie right now. Everything going on in the world is a huge lie. And we are, you know, so it's up to us to remain as honest as possible because we can't fall into that pit. You know what I mean? Exactly, Jazzy. What did I just see? I missed something. Okay, well, Jazzy, then you send that to me. Tell me why in Messenger. I really don't care. But all I care about is that we came here today And I wanted to share a public service announcement about buying things on Facebook and let you know how I'm doing. Tomorrow, I will probably, I don't know. I might have to bake banana bread. I might do something live in the kitchen or live in the living room tomorrow. All right. Well, Edie, it may have burnt. Okay. Why are you apologizing, Edie? I don't see anything you've said. I don't see that you've said anything to apologize for. Well, don't let it burn your biscuits, Edie. You know why? Because you're ruining perfectly good biscuits over somebody else's defect. No, I can't even say defect. You're letting your biscuits burn while you deal with something that's just not even worth it. Don't burn your biscuits, baby. They're good biscuits. Spread them with butter. And ladle up that pea soup. I know. Exactly. You did good, Bev, but there's a difference between being harassed and open conversation. Right. And guess what? We're not being harassed now, are we? We're having an open conversation. Hey, that's Jessica, right? Sweet Sipper? Hey, Cal, there are a lot of sad people in this world, and unfortunately, they feel the need to take it out on everybody else. Well, I might make sticky buns. No, I don't have time tonight, but you know what? Those people deserve our prayers. They need our prayers more than we need prayers. You understand what I'm saying? Because they don't see where they are in the darkness. They don't see that their self-righteous, indignant behavior is just a form of pride, a deadly form of pride. Okay? So, you know what? Let's close with a prayer. All right? I know I usually do this on Life with the Wolfies, but I'm keeping things, fluid for now, right? So now this is a part where you connect to your creator or higher power or faith, and I connect to mine. I'm not asking you to believe mine. I'm asking you to connect to your faith while I connect to mine, and we meet in the middle with heart to heart, hand to hand, with all of the things that represent the good things about what we share together. All right? Love, light, peace, laughter, healing. Okay? So for all those who care to, please help me close with a spiritual blessing. You do you, I'll do me, and take what you want and leave the rest, okay? And one more. Hey, Source. The source of all the light and love and healing and beauty in the multiverse. I know, God. I know. People don't understand. Sometimes they think that bad things come from you. And we know that bad things come from poor choices by governments, by people, by doctors. It doesn't matter who. All good things, all blessings and light and love come from our Creator. So I ask you, Creator, to pour. I'm going to lift everybody up, God. The sick, the dying, the ill, the injured, the addicted, the angry, the hurt, the alone. Pour your love like warm buttered honey over us, God. Let it fill us with the light of your love so perfectly, so deeply, that we shine with your love. We shine with that fierce, beautiful, clear, crystal, invisible armor that is your love. I just love it when stuff bounces off that armor. God, please look after our community, look after our friends, look after our family. And thank you, God, for this community, because they are my family. More than a lot of my family I was born to. So thank you, God, for my community, our community. Paka paka. I love you guys. Take care. God bless.